One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What it do, y'all? What it do? Welcome to another episode of Let's Bet It. Try to get a quick show in here before these 1 o'clock games start. Man, I'm up here at my local bar, Northside Bar and Grill here in Indianapolis. Been coming here for a minute. Did a show here maybe like a few weeks ago. So we back today. Back at it again today. We got 4 games on the slate today. I got smoked yesterday. Started off good with the Cavs going over that team total, but the Thunder first half didn't cash. Clippers didn't cash. And then I did some live betting that didn't go too well. But you know what? We back at it again. And gonna find a way to make some money. GLB and Stacks, they had some prior commitments, but they did put some plays in the chat for you guys to tell. Yeah, they got a few of them in here, and I'll go through them. Well, I'll go through GLB's because he's got some baseball plays for you guys. He likes Brewers, Cardinals under 8, Rangers, Giants under 8. So if you're betting MLB today, those are his top looks. I don't know if Justin has got any MLB on here or not. No, his is just all basketball. So, yep. GLB likes the Brewers, Cardinals under 8, Rangers, Giants under 8. So, yeah, man. Let's get into this first game. It's probably about to start in about 30 minutes. Knicks at Pistons. Pistons laying 2.5 at home. The total sits at 217.5. Knicks took game 3, took a close one by 2. And, I feel like the only way you can really look here is Detroit. I haven't played anything on this game yet, but one thing I do like, and I might get to the window with this, maybe before the show is over, but, obviously the game starts in 30 minutes, but Detroit early. I took Detroit early in game 3, thinking, first home game in years, or not in years, but coming off their first home or playoff win in years. I thought the home court would be, I thought they would come out on fire, but they look nervous. And they're a young team, and I should have expected that. I should have included that in my cap, but they came out a little nervous, got behind a little early, got back in the game, and they look good, but the first quarter was a little shaky. But I think now that they've gotten the nerves out, man, I think Detroit first quarter might be an excellent look, and they're down. It's. I don't know if there's a mental thing with it being 1-1 and knowing that you're not down, and not even thinking that you can start slow, but it's the sense of urgency isn't there. So I think the sense of urgency will be here for game 4 early for Detroit, and especially since they got those game 3 nerves out of them. So Detroit first quarter. Let me look and see what that line is. I'm not in front of my computer, so I can't look at what I normally look at. But what is that first quarter looking like? There's some Detroit first quarter minus a point out there. They're a little juiced, but I don't know. That's a look that I like, man. Pitchers to come out early. Not sure if they win the game outright, but I do expect them to have something very early in this game. I don't even know if the first half, I don't know about that, but I just think the first quarter is just a really good spot. Um, it's a really good spot for them. So let me go and see if Justin's got to play for Pistons and Knicks. Cade over 27.5 points, minus 115. Can't talk you off, man. That as good as the Knicks are, man, they just don't got an answer for this guy. And I just wonder how different this series would look with Jaden Ivey in it. I think if Jaden Ivey was in this series, not that he's, a superstar, but I think this is a lot more even than people think. They don't have an answer for Cade. And he's probably going to get 30. He's going to have the volume. He's obviously going to get the minutes. So, yeah, I couldn't talk anybody off that Cade look. Prolific, my brother, thank you for tapping in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Joel tapping in, yes, sir. And I think he agrees with me. If you want to play Detroit, play him early. You know what, man? Damn it, it's Sunday. We at the bar. We chilling. We watching NBA basketball. You know what we finna do? We finna bet this Detroit first quarter. I'm gonna have to search and see if I can find the best number for it. But I just like them early, definitely. Let's see, quarter. All right, 1.5 for plus money on Caesars. FanDuel -0.5 from minus is very juice, 136. Let me check DK, even though I'm limited on DK. Let me see. First quarter. Got a -1 from minus 115. That's it. Let me see. I'm not gonna hold y'all up with mine, but I do want to check these books because I am gonna play this. I just want to make sure you guys get the best number. Let's see. Quarter. Looking at Fanatics. It's looking like that -1 on DraftKings might be the best look from minus 115. So I gotta hit my boy up and ask him to play that for me because I can't. DraftKings hates me. So that's an official play. Pistons first quarter -1, minus 115 on DK. We playing it. Let's go. All right, let's hit the next game. Lakers at Timberwolves. Timberwolves come in as 2.5 point favorites. This is a series that I just haven't touched. I just feel like side-wise, it could go either way. Total-wise, it could go either way. This could be an under or it could be an over. I believe the last one was an over. So this is just a series that I've been watching the entire time. So not going to spend too much time on it, but let me see. I think Justin has a play on it. We got a couple plays on it. Justin likes Luka 30+. And I could see that, man. He was down with an illness the previous game. So I could see him, probably feeling better, having a few days off, feeling better, coming back. And, yeah, I can see that. And he likes Lakers money line, too. So, I don't know, man. You brave. I can't do it. I think they can win the game outright, but I also think the Wolves can too, and it's just enough to make me stay out. So let's move over to the next game, Celtics and Magic. This line is moved. It opened at 6.5. Now it has gotten to 7.5, and I went heavy on the first half for the Celtics, man. They didn't play their best game. They're coming off a loss. Hopefully by now, if you have kind of been tapped in with the numbers and everything like that, man. I mean, the Celtics are 17-4 ATS off a loss. So you gotta bet that. You know, it's the numbers are just they're there. And and especially if you listen to the post game pressers and interviews from the Celtics, they were pissed about the non-foul calls, the physicality, and you got to think that they're going to get a lot more calls. They're going to shoot better from three. They're going to rebound better. They just didn't play well. Didn't play well in Game 3, and and a lot of that factored into the desperate spot that Orlando was in. But if the Celtics just come out here and just do those things better, like we said, the rebounding, the 3-point shooting, I see a double-digit win here. So I think Justin's got to play. So yeah, I went first half heavy. I went full game 6.5. So I got the first half at 3.5. I got the full game at 6.5. Justin got full game -7. So I feel like and I think just across the board, and that's why it's went up to 7.5. There's a lot of alignment on the Celtics today. So let's hit this last one before these games start. Last one of the day, my Pacers taking on the Bucks. This one opened up at the Bucks laying 5.5, and that's where I got it as soon as it opened up. I knew the Pacers. After that third quarter, I knew they were going to lose that game, and 5.5 popped up on FanDuel. And, I jumped on it. I mean, my cap of this game, the Pacers were up 10 points at halftime. The crowd was out of it. I think I almost want to say that there were some boo birds coming out, toward the end of the second quarter. But a few things happened that I noticed. Of course, they took Lopez out. I was surprised they played Lopez as long as they did, but they took him out. But the most notable thing is that you didn't see Dame a lot, and you saw the Bucks go back to the way they were playing while Dame was hurt. I mean, he was out a month before he came back in Game 2. So when Giannis switched back to that point forward type of role, it changed things, and they didn't have Lopez in there. So it's going to be. I'm curious to see how Doc Rivers is going to handle this. You know what I mean? Do you bench Dame? You can't bench Dame, but he's a liability out there. I mean, if you think about it, while he was hurt, he didn't have like a regular injury. He had a life-threatening, situation going on. So he wasn't allowed to work out at all. A guy might hurt his hand or he might hurt his foot, and there's other things that he can do to kind of keep himself physically engaged. But Dame wasn't allowed to do anything. And then he comes back for a playoff game? Come on, man. I just don't think, and he's 33 years old, 33, 34 years old. That's hard, to try to get up and get yourself, back in shape and back right to play in the NBA playoffs. The regular season might even be, it's a little different, but I see the second half of Game 3 as an outlier. You're not going to see Gary Trent hit 25 threes in the second half again. Giannis is going to get his, and Trent had 37. That's not going to be repeated. Who is going to go and get 25 points for him? I don't think Lillard, not that he isn't capable, but I just think physically it's a bad spot for him. So the Pacers had control of that game. You know, mentally, the Bucks got in their head, and it showed. Mathurin got a technical. Tyrese started doing a little bit too much, you know, because he's playing in front of his hometown, you know, essentially. I just think if they can keep their head and make some open shots. I called double digits for game 3, and it was close to half. Well, not close. It wasn't close, but it was the first half. It was trending that way. But I see double digits tonight, so I got the Pacers plus 5.5. So those are the looks. Those are the looks that we have for today. Once again, GOB is Brewers Cardinals under 8, Rangers Giants under 8. Justin likes Cade over 27.5. Luka 30 plus. Lakers money line. Celtics -7. I like Celtics first half -3.5. Celtics full game -6.5. Pacers plus 5.5, and I added Detroit -1 on DraftKings. So those are our looks, and you know, we'll try to see if we can get a show for you guys Monday or Tuesday. I'll talk to the guys and see what we can come up with. But hit that like button, hit that like button, subscribe, because literally, you know, we could be popping up at any time, man. So just make sure you're subscribed so you can get those notices when we go live. And we out, bro. John Witherspoon's gonna take us home.
If you broke, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bites you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day. Try to have a nice day. See, that's my theme. Try to have a nice day. I'm about to leave right now and go try to have me a nice day. All right. Try to have a nice day.